Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from Homemaker. First of all, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to our channel. It really means a lot to us. And if you have not done it so far, please don't forget to subscribe for our new releases every week. So today we will be talking about this beautiful peperomia, which is known as Peperomia Verschaffeltii. I have left the name on the screen. You can try pronouncing it because it's a little bit tricky for me. I'll be using the other name for this plant, which is also known as Dwarf Watermelon Peperomia or Mini Watermelon Peperomia. So friends, these plants are known as watermelon peperomias because of the beautiful silvery, shiny, stripy leaves, which resembles the skin of the watermelon. And also they resemble the other watermelon peperomia, which is known as Peperomia argyria. So now the difference between this plant and that plant is that the watermelon argyria, which is Peperomia argyria, sorry, it gets really big, dense when it's healthy, and the leaves can grow really big, whereas this one, it remains in its cute, compact and dwarf shape, and that is the reason why this plant is the first choice as tabletop plants or benchtop plants, because these plants can tolerate low light conditions as well, and also these plants can survive beautifully in fluorescent lighting and very low maintenance plants. So today in this video we will be going through some of the care tips for this plant, and also I'll be talking quickly about the propagation of this plant. So just stay with us till the end of this video and don't miss out on any of the points. So let's get started. So friends, first of all, these plants are completely non-toxic, which means that they are completely safe for children and pets, but still I would recommend you to not keep these plants in the reach of children or pets, because they are quite expensive and costly plants. You don't want your children to ruin your beautiful plants, so just keep them away from children, but otherwise they are non-toxic. And these plants prefer the bright indirect light, but if you do not have a very bright lit area in your house, these plants can beautifully survive in fluorescent lighting, the normal fluorescent lighting that we have in a house, and can also survive in low light conditions. But very long exposure to low light conditions can fade away these beautiful leaves, and not the leaves, like the beautiful variegations on these leaves and the shine on these leaves can go away. They can revert back to a whole green, or if you provide them with too much of bright indirect light, then also the variegations will fade away and the leaves can turn complete white. So make sure you provide them with the balance of that light. Regarding the soil conditions, peaty soil I would always recommend for peperomias. Even though they are semi-succulents, I would still suggest you to keep them in peat soil because they love a little bit of acidic soil, and the combination of peat moss or cocoa coir or cocoa peat with a little bit of perlite or coarse sand or pumice is the best soil mix for these peperomias, because they are moisture loving plants. They love humidity. They are tropical plants, so they like their soil to be a little bit moist but not soggy at the same time, and peat moss is the perfect soil mix that can retain that amount of moisture to keep the roots moist, to keep the soil moist, so that the plant remains happy, healthy, shiny and vibrant. They love humidity, but not too much of humidity. Probably the normal 40 to 50% of humidity, the indoor average humidity is fine for these plants. Too much humidity can encourage the growth of fungus and bacteria on the leaves of these plants, so not a lot of humidity is good for them. But if the air gets too dry, you can mist the leaves of these plants to provide them with that humid conditions so that it doesn't get really dry. And regarding watering, as I said, the soil should only be moist, not soggy. Overwatering can kill these plants very quickly because these plants have got a shallow root system, and that's why they cannot stand a soggy soil for a very long time. They'll quickly develop root rot and within few days your plant will be gone. So just keep the soil moist. Always check the soil before you water it. Make sure that your pot has got enough of drainage holes so that excess of water can seep through. And but I would also not say that you keep your plant, like you wait for the soil to completely dry out, because as I said, fragile root system. So if the soil gets completely dry out, it's going to affect the plant. You can with these plants, I have seen the change so quickly that all these leaves that are standing upright right now, they all will droop down if the soil is dry. So this is not good for the plant. They will not grow very well. It will affect the shine, the beauty of these plants. So don't let them to bone dry, but also don't water them to the level that they become really soggy. Here I would always stress on bottom watering. Peperomias and bottom watering is a perfect combination. So all you do is take out the pot, place it in the tray of water, leave it till the soil becomes moist. You touch your soil, if the soil feels moist, take it out of the water, and that's it. And these plants are fine because the soil will soak as much water as it wants, and it will not over soak any more water. So first thing is, it will reduce the risk of developing root rot, risk of overwatering. So bottom watering is the best method of watering for peperomias. After watering, I would talk about the fertilizing. So fertilizing these plants is not very necessary for me. I would suggest you once in spring, once in summer is just enough, with a very weak dilution of a complete liquid fertilizer. You can also use seaweed solution. For my peperomias, I can say I fertilize them once in a year, or sometimes once in 2 years, but still all my peperomias are showing beautiful growth. They have not troubled me at all, and they are nice and healthy. And I would suggest you to go with what works best for your peperomias, but they are not really very heavy feeders. So once in spring, once in summer, with a very weak dilution, that's it. Lastly, the propagation of these plants are very simple to propagate. They can be propagated by leaf cutting as well as by stem cutting. I have got one propagation that I've done. So now this is not the same watermelon peperomia dwarf one, but it's the actual watermelon peperomia leaf cutting that I've got, and you can see the development of the roots over there. So what I did, I just took the cutting and I placed it in the cup of water, and that's it. And the roots started developing. Once the roots are well developed, you can transfer them into the soil, and the soil mix is the same: coco peat plus perlite or coarse sand or pumice. Here I've got one more, and this one actually I split the leaf into half, and the cut end of that leaf I placed it in the water, and you can see the roots. They're nice and long, and you can also see these little beautiful pups attached to the mother plant. From here you can see the beautiful growth there. So it's very simple to propagate these plants. You can try the same at home, and please do let us know how you went with your propagation. Please leave the comments in the comment section down below. And regarding the pests, so these plants are quite resistant to pest attack, but still I would suggest you to keep an eye on your plants. If you see any sort of pest attack, neem oil solution is the best option to get rid of any sort of pest that is attacking your plant. So neem oil solution, spray it nicely, and that's it. You'll get rid of your pests from these plants. So friends, this was all about dwarf watermelon peperomia. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please leave your comments in the comment section, and do subscribe for our channel for our new releases every week, and we'll see you next time with another informational video. Till then, stay safe, happy gardening, bye bye.